Hey everyone! If you aren't already adding subtitles to every single video you produce, you are seriously leaving massive amounts of retention, accessibility, and crucial platform reach on the table for absolutely no good reason. The painful reality, however, is that tearing through an entire hour-long recording to manually carve out clips, meticulously craft every caption, and then build out a multi-platform posting schedule is a genuinely soul-crushing nightmare. This is precisely why all successful creators lean heavily into specialized digital tools, with some dedicated solely to transcription accuracy, others for quick assembly, and yet others just for generating those perfect, snappy captions. Today, I want to first walk you through the most common suspects you've probably heard of, and then I'll unveil a slightly more advanced, completely different approach that utilizes automation to transform your entire content lifecycle. Let's kick things off by discussing Descript, which is definitely a tool many of you are already familiar with, functioning as the ultimate Swiss Army knife for video editors and podcasters who prefer working directly with text-based timelines. Descript expertly transcribes your raw video into editable text, meaning you literally cut out the words you don't want, and the corresponding video segment disappears just as easily. This feature is incredibly handy for quickly cleaning up messy interview segments, eliminating those pesky filler words like and ah, and ensuring your final subtitles are perfectly aligned with the spoken audio. The transcription accuracy provided by this platform remains quite strong across the board. Its caption styling options are wonderfully customizable, and it even throws in advanced features like overdub voice synthesis and robust screen recording capabilities. Newcomers generally find the interface surprisingly straightforward and easy to grasp, allowing them to start producing cleaner content almost immediately after signing up for the service. However, you must understand that Descript is primarily designed as a powerful editing suite, not some magical one-click machine that spits out instantly viral social media clips ready to go. If your specific goal is to take an exhaustive 3-hour live stream and rapidly chop it into dozens of highly optimized short-form videos, Descript provides the fundamental building blocks but still demands a significant amount of focused manual input from you. Furthermore, we needed to talk about the free plan, because its included transcription minutes are notoriously quite stingy, which is fine for initial experimentation, but certainly not sustainable for creators pumping out high-volume content consistently. Moving on to our next contender, we have Rev, a platform where the central promise revolves around the non-negotiable requirement for absolute rock-solid accuracy in every single transcript they deliver. If you are dealing with sensitive corporate training materials, crucial legal depositions, or any project where factual correctness is paramount, Rev's professionally human-created captions are truly in a class of their own. For those who need speed without sacrificing quality too much, they also smartly offer AI-powered captioning services, giving you a nice balance between human assurance and machine efficiency. Rev excels at supporting closed captions in a wide array of file formats and even provides valuable translation services, which is essential if you are aiming for a truly global audience for your specific content. The inevitable trade-off for this unparalleled level of textual perfection is, predictably, the cost, as human-made captions command a significantly higher price per minute compared to purely automated solutions. Rev is the perfect fit when transcription accuracy is the absolute non-negotiable priority, and the overall budget allocated for post-production is fortunately not the primary limiting factor in your decision-making process. Next up, let's look at Kapwing, which is a completely browser-based editor known for being incredibly intuitive and remarkably friendly to absolute beginners entering the content creation space. It automatically generates all your subtitles directly within the browser environment, allows you to easily tweak the font styles and on-screen positions, and offers fantastic support for multiple different languages. The massive advantage here is the zero install requirement, making it absolutely perfect for those quick, essential edits you need to complete while you are literally on the go or using an unfamiliar computer. The inevitable downside is that the free tier feels very much like a limited demonstration, imposing strict limits on auto-captioning minutes and often resulting in a noticeably lower export quality for the final video file. Kapwing is ideal for smaller creators or those handling just a one-off editing job. But if you plan on seriously scaling your content output, you will hit those hard limits very quickly indeed. Then there is the ubiquitous CapCut, the mobile-focused application developed by the same incredible minds behind the wildly successful TikTok platform, making it a default choice for short-form creators. It automatically generates surprisingly accurate speech-to-text captions and provides an abundance of very stylish subtitle animation options that are perfectly tuned for social media engagement. It integrates flawlessly with the TikTok ecosystem and is absolutely perfect for assembling eye-catching, immediate short clips right there on your phone without ever touching a desktop computer. The primary drawback is that while it's fantastic for rapid, one-off edits, it offers absolutely no assistance with cross-platform scheduling or the difficult batch processing of long videos into many short, reusable assets. If your workflow is strictly limited to recording, editing, and immediately posting directly to TikTok, then CapCut is an unparalleled champion, but it's insufficient for a full content repurposing strategy. We must also give an obvious, completely free shout-out to YouTube Studio, which automatically generates captions for any video you upload directly to the platform, completely cost-free. This built-in feature is perfectly adequate for creators whose entire focus remains solely on their YouTube audience and who are seeking a zero-cost solution for basic accessibility requirements. The major caveat here involves the actual styling and baseline accuracy, because while functional, these captions are distinctly basic and can often struggle significantly with unique accents or audio recordings made in noisy environments. So in summary, the YouTube Studio captions work reliably well, but they definitely lack the polish and refinement that truly captures viewer attention on other platforms. You might also come across other specialized tools like Opus Clip or Canva, which are integrating powerful captioning and styling features directly into their existing editorial workflows. Furthermore, for the seasoned professionals who live entirely within the Adobe Premiere Pro timeline, that software possesses incredibly deep and powerful native captioning and styling options. The consistent underlying theme across all these options is that each individual tool effectively solves one specific important piece of the overall content repurposing puzzle quite well. Descript and Premiere handle the deep dive editing and complex visual styling. Rev reliably nails the accuracy requirement, while CapCut and Kapwing excel at speed and general accessibility for quick tasks. But critically, none of these established tools truly automate the complete cycle of taking raw, long-form video and immediately turning it into dozens of short, optimized captioned clips scheduled across all platforms with minimal human involvement whatsoever. This specific gap in the market is where a newer, more specialized class of tools really begins to demonstrate its transformative value. Automated clip generators that proactively find the absolute best moments in your lengthy content automatically. Instead of you having to manually scrub through literally hours of footage trying to find that single golden nugget, these platforms intelligently analyze the entire recording to detect the most engaging, high-potential moments for you. Once identified, these systems export the short clips already perfectly trimmed for maximum viewer attention and often include the necessary captions baked right in, ready for immediate deployment. And the actual game changer in this category is when these auto-editors go one step further by also handling the cross-platform scheduling and even managing a built-in content calendar, centralizing everything in one single location. Let me paint a very realistic picture. Imagine you just finished recording a dense 90-minute financial podcast that needs to hit every channel this week. With the traditional process, you would have to upload that file to a transcriber, switch to an NLE to manually cut clips, export everything, then upload each individual piece to a separate social manager, and finally manually add captions everywhere. That cumbersome sequence involves dozens of tedious manual steps, creating endless opportunities for small human errors and letting valuable content opportunities slip right through your fingers. Contrast that with the automated workflow, where the smart platform instantly finds moments with proven high viewer potential, generates several short clips, applies accurate captions, and schedules them based on your predefined posting frequency. You absolutely retain the right to go in and manually tweak the clips you care about the most. But the overwhelming majority of the heavy repetitive lifting is expertly taken care of by the AI. The crucial question is, why should you even care about this massive time savings? Because consistency is objectively the single greatest growth lever available to content creators right now. Posting one or two seemingly random scattered clips once in a truly blue moon will never generate the necessary momentum needed to build a sustainable, engaged audience base online. However, delivering a steady stream of short, sharp, highly relevant clips across all relevant platforms on a regular schedule is precisely what builds that powerful long-term momentum and audience loyalty. And if you are juggling a demanding full-time career, managing client projects, or even leading a small creative team, automation here is the actual difference between a fun hobby channel and a genuinely scalable content machine. Now, to be completely transparent, I do not want to imply that this completely automated path is without any potential issues or minor imperfections that you might encounter along the way. The underlying AI can occasionally misinterpret the context of a segment or completely miss a subtle, clever joke you made requiring you to step in and make a necessary correction. Furthermore, those AI-generated captions will almost always require a quick human review pass to accurately correct specific names. niche industry jargon, or complex technical terms mentioned in the audio. There will always be those select edge cases where a meticulously crafted, slow manual edit simply conveys the intended narrative or emotional beat much more effectively than any automated process can manage. However, for the vast majority of modern creators who are primarily focused on repurposing long-form content, like live streams, detailed interviews, or lengthy podcasts, automation saves weeks of frustrating labor every single month. You also need to diligently consider the specific compliance requirements for each distribution platform you intend to target, such as YouTube and Facebook's varying standards for video accessibility and caption formatting. When you are evaluating any new tool, verify that it natively supports the video platforms you actually use, or, alternatively, that it can export standard, universally accepted SRT files for easy native uploading everywhere else. So, how do you navigate this increasingly crowded landscape of captioning and editing software? You need to ask yourself 3 simple yet critical guiding questions before committing time or money. First, do you crave absolute pixel-perfect control over every single frame of the final video? Or does the sheer speed and volume of output currently outweigh that granular level of creative oversight? Second, are you absolutely required to have human-verified, legal-grade captions for sensitive material, or are the highly efficient AI captions perfectly sufficient if you are willing to perform a quick final check? Thirdly, do you primarily publish to just one place, or do you need a single unified dashboard to efficiently schedule and manage content deployment across a multitude of different social platforms simultaneously? If your honest answer leans toward wanting to dramatically scale output, maintain posting consistency, and significantly reduce your time spent deep inside an editor, then focus your search on that sweet spot tool combining auto-editing, caption generation, and scheduling capabilities. Personally, my current recommendation involves a flexible approach that intelligently blends the unique strengths of several different apps we've discussed throughout this entire breakdown. Utilize Descript or Pricier when that deep, granular creative control and specific styling absolutely must be the priority for a particular project or piece of content. Lean on Rev when you are facing an incredibly high-stakes scenario demanding legal-level accuracy, or when the project budget conveniently allows you to pay for the highest quality transcripts available on the market today. Reserve CapCut and Kapwing for those moments where you need extremely fast, on-the-fly edits, or when you are creating quick, impromptu posts directly from your mobile device while out in the field. But for the essential heavy lifting required to transform vast amounts of long-form footage into your consistent daily feed of engaging shorts, you absolutely must default to an advanced auto-editor that finds viral moments, captions them, and cues them up automatically for you. This automated strategy is genuinely the most straightforward and effective way to maintain a healthy, consistent posting diet for your audience without the immediate threat of creator burnout looming over your head. If you are curious about which platform to actually test first in this specialized category, look for one that will automatically pinpoint the most shareable moments, seamlessly add highly customizable subtitles, and crucially include an integrated autoscheduler and content calendar dashboard. Ensure that whatever tool you select properly exports content in the specific video and caption formats that your primary distribution platforms demand, and that it still grants you the necessary control to finalize caption wording and select the perfect video thumbnail. Now I genuinely want to shift the conversation over to you. Which of these powerful tools are you relying on heavily in your own workflow right now to get the job done? Are you still stuck grinding away manually generating every single clip? Or have you already successfully transitioned to leveraging one of these excellent new auto-editing and content acceleration platforms? Please drop a comment down below and share the specifics of your current content creation workflow so we can all learn from the different successful strategies being employed across the community. If you are actively experimenting with automating clip creation and scheduling features, tell us specifically what amazing benefits you are seeing, and just as importantly, what specific frustrations are currently driving you completely nuts. All right, folks, that is everything for this deep dive session. But if you want a comprehensive link roundup of every single application I mentioned today, Descript, Rev, Kapwing, Kaptog, CapCut, and the others, I will place those direct links immediately down in the video description for easy testing. Take the time to try out one or two of these powerful options this week and truly observe how much of your precious time you manage to reclaim when you delegate the tedious grunt work over to capable artificial intelligence systems. You might be genuinely surprised by how much extra creative freedom you suddenly gain back once you stop doing the repetitive tasks and let smart automation handle the necessary bulk processing for you. And I will see you all in the very next video.